Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to look at Machine Drum and Mega Command Box and the way you can dynamically route audio from main out to individual outs C, D, E, and F. I haven't seen a lot of things like that. I think maybe except for Octatrack. Now, when I come to think of it, the thing is that if you play your performance and everything like your sampler, Octatrack on other machines, but FX, for example, they are like MIDI synchronized to the same MIDI timing or MIDI clock signal. And then basically you maybe think, okay, it would be nice just to have like this small 16-step bar, put through a mixer to an FX and then back into main out. So that's what happens when you use the routing page. So normally all the channels, all these 16 tracks are routed to main out, so that's A and B. But you can control, and that could be a quantized control in a way, what tracks will go to which individual C, D, E, and F outs. So let's go. Okay, so I've got this pattern here, right? So let me go to root page. So that's this one. Okay, and now let's go to track bass drum, okay? So now you should be able to hear it in the main summed signal that is being recorded into my OBS. Yeah. So let's try to route this bass drum track to C. Can I do it? So this is now from this little JBL box, right? And then I will switch off the routing, so the kick drum will come back to the main out sockets, yeah? Okay, so maybe I want to, I don't know, let's say, I want to now have hi-hats. Hi-hats are, I don't know, it's probably stuck here. And I want to have these on D, yeah? So D is also, you can't see it, but D is also connected to this JBL thing. Okay, so when I press D now, let's hear it. So it's not going to the main sum signal, but to JBL here. Okay, and then back to normal. So this is now back in the summed signal coming out from the main out. Yeah. The switch can be quantized. So if you are in sync with other devices, then you should be able to sample or process this track or that track from through the effects in a synced manner. So everything is in sync. So all the machines know this is the beginning of the bar, this is the end of the bar. So you can momentarily just jump with this portion of your sound from A to C, sample it, and then C is going to be back to A, while the sampled material that you've got in your Octatrack or any other sampler or FX maybe is a perfect loop of these 16 steps or whatever you set it to, yeah? So, okay, so that's D. So let's see, okay, can we also have this one maybe routed to C, to D? And then back to normal. And then D. And then back to normal. And then hi-hat and normal. So that's in the normal. And the kick drum. And switch it off. And back to the sum. So I guess there are a couple of quite practical, this is really wacky to be honest, yeah, it's really strange and kind of really bizarre. Okay, what would be the real reason behind doing that? Jumping with your audio from main out to C, D, E, and F, 16 tracks routed to different places, and you can do it like completely in a completely dynamic way. But I believe that if you've got, or as I said, your effects or maybe samplers, synced to machine drum, then you can take the perfectly quantized portion of 2 bars or maybe 1 bar, 16 steps, 32 steps or 64 steps for a moment to the C and D out, sample it then, and then bring it back to the main while this material sampled from C and D is a perfect loop already playing or maybe processed in your Analog Heat or Octatrack or Digitakt device. Pretty nice and fun. I haven't found personally I haven't found a lot of practical maybe use cases here in this demo, but I believe that they're out there. There are a lot of creative people, you guys, that I'm pretty sure you will find a really good use of that function. And as I said, it's quite unusual. I mean, you don't have many devices where, I don't know, at least many devices where you can just by sequencing stuff and sequence, you can actually control which sound is going into which out in a perfect sync with other devices. So I guess it shows a lot of potential. So this routing page. Right, okay, so as usual, thanks for watching. Sorry for these presentations to be kind of chaotic maybe, but this is how it is. I really need to refresh also my memory and try to remember as much as I have forgotten as much as I can from where I spent more time with these 2 boxes. So yeah, let's see what we are going to talk about later on in some other videos, which is basically, okay, so step edit definitely. LFO, I will try to show things in the LFO. Piano roll, not so much. But I was just thinking maybe this function will work with my analog keys. So yeah, I will need to experiment with that. And then we've got chromatic, super nice, super fun, especially with the melodic instruments, or I should say melodic machines in the machine drum. And then sample manager, wave designer, not for me, unfortunately. Delay, reverb, yes, and then RAM and RAM machines, not for me again, because these two are designed for the user wave version of machine drums. So as usual, thanks for watching and see you in another video. Thank you.